Hopefully by now you've seen some of the powerful things that you can accomplish using the scripting language in Optuma. But as you create more and more formulas and get more complex, they can become quite messy. So that's where the idea of variables come in. Now, not only does it make it much easier to edit and maintain your scripts, but it's from a programming point of view, it's much more efficient for the software. So let's do a couple of examples. So what we have on the screen, it's three moving averages. So I've got a 12 period exponential moving average minus a 26 period exponential. Take that value and divide by the 26 period. Now that's quite messy and difficult to maintain and to edit. So what we can do is add a variable. So we have this button here, which is one way to do it. So if we click that, so it's created a variable called var1, but we can select anything that isn't already being used by the software as a function. So I'm going to use EMA12. So that's my variable name, and the function, if I click on that, that'll give the list of everything that's available. I can scroll down, or I want to use moving average, so I'm just going to hit MA and then enter. And this is where we set the parameters. So I click on the text. So the first one was 12 exponential based on the close. So we finished that with a semicolon, so that now we can now use EMA12 in the formula instead of all that text that follows. So likewise, I can either add the add variable button again, or I can just type EMA26 and then go from there. Moving average, change that to 26 exponential on the close, and you'll see that please enter a valid script. I don't have the semicolon on the end there, but now I have to use those two conditions to create the formula. So we want EMA12. So you'll notice that as I type EMA, like normal functions, they appear as a variable from the drop down. So I want EMA26, close parentheses, and I want to divide that by EMA26, and then update that. And now we can actually, well, we can save that script. I'll just call it test, and we can apply that to something like a show view. So select that, go to the properties, formula, there's my test, and then apply. And now that's now created the difference between those two moving averages as a percentage of the 26 moving average. Couple more examples of using variables. I'm going to click on settings, script manager. I have one here called fix. So here I have a variable called high C, and that is the highest closing value over the previous 22 bars. And I'm going to use high C, and from that I'm going to subtract the current low price and then divide that by the variable again and multiply by 100. And I can use this as a show view again. So show view, or I can, if I want to save it as a tool, I can. But fix and then apply, and I can change the plot style from shaded, and I can just draw a line, and that's now taken the that calculation and drawn it as a show view. One final example, it'll be let's just do another show view, why not? And then on the pencil properties, I've got one here called KST. Now this is a formula or an indicator created by Martin Pring called No Sure Thing. And what this does, I've got 4 variables here, and this uses the nesting function as well. So let's go to the top one, RCMA, so the rate of change of moving average 1. So I'm taking the rate of change, so the ROC, so a 10 period rate of change of the moving average, of a 10 period moving average. And the second variable, I'm taking a 15 period rate of change, and again a 10 period moving average. The third one is a 20 period rate of change, and the fourth one is 30, but this time it's a 15 moving average. I'm taking those four variables, and I'm then adding them together. So RCMA1 plus RCMA2 multiplied by 2 plus MA3 multiplied by 3, and so on. And then that creates a calculation there that we can then apply to the chart, and we can again change the plot style, maybe make it a histogram or anything that we like. But that's now a tool that Martin Pring has designed called No Sure Thing, and we've just easily created that using variables and nested functions in the scripting language.